Living your life as an African American in slavery was very different than the way you live now. African Americans held as slaves had no freedoms of their own. They were not allowed to marry, go to school, live or travel where they wanted, or get paid for the work they did. They would work from sunup to sundown. African Americans in slavery worked the fields and farms for their white owners they called masters. African Americans living as slaves could be beaten and whipped for disobeying their managers or overseers for doing a bad job or trying to escape. They were bought and sold like cattle.
We were slaves. We belonged to people. They sell us like they sell horses and cows and hogs and all like that. Have an auction bench and they put you up on the bench and bid on you the same as bidding on cattle, you know.
African American families could be sold to different masters and split up, never to see each other again. African Americans didn't volunteer to leave their homes in Africa. They were hunted and kidnapped by slave traders who would pack them in ships and sail them to America. There, they were put up for sale. It's estimated that between the years of 1619 to 1860, more than 20 million Africans were taken against their will from Africa and brought to America to be sold as slaves. It wasn't until the Civil War that freedom began to be a hope for African Americans. The Emancipation Proclamation and 13th Amendment to the Constitution outlawed the practice of slavery in the United States. But still, African Americans were not treated fairly and were not granted full freedoms and civil rights until 1964. The centuries of slavery were a horrific time for African Americans. Many African Americans today are descended from those who lived their lives as slaves. Thankfully, the Declaration of Independence can now apply to all Americans as it declares, "We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal."